I was very shocked to know when I first heard about this thing that 75% of the conflicts in relationships are never solved. They're just managed. It's like, putting band-aid on a very deep wound. And that is why the relationships are suffering. I heard about a study that 65% of the divorces they happen because of poor communication between partners. The partners are not able to communicate effectively. And I'm not just talking about, husband and wife partners. I'm talking about friends, I'm talking about colleagues, I'm talking about personal and professional relationships. And in today's video, your friend Lokesh Rohilla, in this live series, Learn to Speak with Lokesh Rohilla, we are going to break some myths. We are going to talk about the challenges that we face in our communication, relationships, and why the conflicts are not able to be solved. Why are we just managing with the conflicts? Why are we trying to solve the problems on the surface level only? And how is it happening with us? Let us dive deeper into this. So in today's topic, the biggest communication mistakes that destroys relationships. It is always because of Not always, it is mostly because of bad communication that most of the relationships get broken. And why do they get broken? Because we have these three major mistakes that we do. Number one, we assume that they should just know. A husband thinks that just because he's working hard outside, it means that the family would understand why he's working hard. But he never communicates. The family would never be able to understand that why that person is working so hard. They might simply think that you're not giving us time, or you are not, giving that value to the relationship. Your intention is not wrong. It is just that the other people need to know. They need to know from your side. You need to communicate that. We should not assume that the other person will just know about that thing, right? We should always say, we should always speak up. It happens in office communications. Let us say a person is working very, very hard and they assume that the other people already know what I am doing. It doesn't happen this way, guys. We have to always say, we always have to communicate. That does not mean that we have to blabber. That does not mean we have to, always keep on self-praise only. It simply means we have to communicate what we are doing. And then only the other person would be able to understand. Then only the other person would be able to get your point that, okay, this person is doing something or this person means something. So never assume. The first mistake that we do in our relationships, and because of which most of the relationships get broken. It happens in all possible relationships. It happens in husband-wife relations. It happens in, let us say, your brother-sister relationships. It happens in colleagues. It happens in neighbors. Everywhere it happens. So the first mistake that we do, that we assume that the other person will always know. Common sense is the most uncommon thing. Actually, common sense does not exist. Although the saying goes that the common sense is the most uncommon thing, but it doesn't exist. We always have to tell, we always have to inform. That's what communication is all about. The second mistake that we do is that we use silence as a punishment or protection. Let us say I'm not very happy with you. Let us say you are my friend and I'm not very happy with you. You did something or you said something which I did not like. So my first reaction would be, rather than telling you that I did not like it, I'll simply keep quiet. I'll simply have that, soft aggression against you. I'll simply not talk. And this just breaks the relationship. This just creates more distance between the relationship. It does not solve the problem. It just manages the situation on a very surface level. So this is one mistake. I will suggest you that you should stop doing it. You should not just keep quiet. Whenever you have an issue with somebody, whenever you have any kind of conflict with somebody, always talk about it and have difficult conversations. We are going to cover this topic, difficult conversations, in our next video, tomorrow's video. For today, I'm telling you about the three most important three mistakes that we commonly do in our day-to-day relationships. And the third one is, we often focus on winning, not understanding. Everybody is just trying to win the conversation. Everybody is just trying to be like, I am the king, I am the boss, you should listen to me. Just because I'm older than you, you should listen to me. This is a mistake that father does to the child, and it affects the parenting. It's a mistake that husband does to the wife, that I'm the older one, I'm the more superior one. It's a mistake that the boss does to the junior people, that just because I'm older than you, you should understand what I'm saying. I want to win in my conversations. And even if you have something important to say, it doesn't value. I don't really value that. Why? Because I just focus on my win. Every situation, every communication has to be a win-win. The other person should be able to get what you want, and you should also be able to get something from that conversation. Then only you will have a good relationship. Otherwise, your relationship is definitely going to break. If it is always a one-side communication, if you're not willing to listen to the other person's feedback, it is always going to be bad communication, and that relationship is going to suffer on a very deeper level, no matter what kind of relationship is, personal or professional. So my today's tip is, do not wait for the perfect words. Okay? Never ever think that your words are not enough. Never ever think that I might be able to hurt the next other person. I might not be able to speak meaningful things. Just start with smaller things. Start with the honest ones. Start giving honest feedback. If you don't like somebody's words, I remember when I was in my college, our senior teacher, he told that if you don't like somebody, just straight away go and talk to them. That I do not like this thing about you. It's not like I don't like you as a person, but I did not like this particular thing that you said or you did. It's always better to have these kind of honest communication than to let this relationship suffer on a very silent mode. We don't want to have those frustrations in our mind later. We don't want to have that build up of anxieties later about relationships. And because if you keep on hiding these things, definitely your relationship is going to suffer. It's going to break, or if it's not going to break, at least the people are going to have bitter feelings towards each other. And in the later days, maybe in the longer run, definitely that relationship is going to break. 65% is not a small number. 65% of divorces, they happen because of poor communication between partners. And this is just a studied fact about relationship, about divorces. There are a lot of friendships that they get broken because of this. A lot of people, they simply, they leave their jobs, or they are removed from their jobs just because of that, not having that honest communication between people. Okay. So I want to ask you this question. Has it happened with you that you wanted to say something, but you just kept on holding back? You thought that the other person will not be able to get the right meaning out of it. The other person will not be able to understand what I'm saying, or maybe the other person will not be able to understand my emotions, and you just held back. You did not say anything. If it has happened with you, please write in the comment box. I'll be waiting to hear from you. And for today's video, it's about this. The biggest takeaway from today's video should be that you can fix your relationships. Not everything. At least 65 to 70% relationship can be fixed just by having honest communication. It can sometimes mean having difficult communication as well, but it does not mean that it will get broken. We don't need to have that fear that if I speak with honesty, my relationship is going to break. It's actually going to improve it. Having honest communication is always going to, it's not always, but most of the time it's going to make your life better, make your relationships better. So if you really want to have good relationships, please start having honest conversations. Start with small and then take it on to a bigger level. And you will see that you will start gaining that confidence, and then your relationship will start changing. The most important thing, your relationship with yourself will start changing. Try this. Let me know if it works for you. And for today's video, that's it. I'm going to see you in the next video.